Page 102, Für Elise, or Elise, or however you want to pronounce it, I don't care. Ugh. People debate everything. Let's look at this, a very famous piece by Beethoven, and you look at this, you think, good Lord, what's this 16th note's going crazy? Yeah, it looks a little ugly, but we'll just get into it and see if we can understand what's going on. I look it over, it's 2 pages long. Treble bass clef, no sharps or flats in the key signature, so it's either in C major or A minor. If you look at the end, it's A's. Figure we're probably in A minor, didn't it, on A's, okay. But do the scales in our pages for both, C major and A minor. And 3/8, oh, 3/8 time, now we're kicking. An 8th note gets a count, and there's only 3 of them. And so that means the 16th notes get half a count. It's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. And we're coming in on beat 3. You're kind of playing one hand or the other this way. So I'm going to take both hands together. Let's see if we can do it that way. I mean, you're welcome to tackle it one hand at a time if you want. Just the right hand, they're starting here on 5, 5th finger, and it's 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. The left hand's down here, broken chords. 1 and 2, and come down. Now there's overlap here, but not here, because it needs to sound like just one long broken chord. That's what it needs to sound like through. It's just a bunch of broken chords. Yeah, and it's here. Hang on to the B. That's really what it is for the most part. So once you can get the first 4 or 5 measures, you got most of it. It changes a little bit over on measure 16. We're going into a new section here. You got dotted 8th notes here. A dotted note is the same as 3 of whatever the next note down is. So a dotted 8th note is the same as 3 16th notes. What's half a, let's say the left hand's playing them, 3 16th notes. So you just hold that down for the whole thing. There's no rest is what I'm connected. I'm connecting the right hand here. Where the left hand is to lift up, of course. Now, I have a habit, because I've been playing this since I was little, is when I get to this part, it's like measure 18. Once I'm there, I put 4th finger. I play it with 3rd and then put 4th finger on it. I substitute. This way I can reach this. This gets back to when I learned to play this, I was little, and my hands weren't so big, and I couldn't do that. So I could finger substitute. Here, and again. Now, the last one you don't have to because I can reach that. So I do this out of habit. You don't have to. You finger it however you want to finger. But then in measure 20, 21, and all those, be very careful to keep these 16th notes even. Here, and that's okay. The reason is the slurs. We want 2-note slurs starting with here, 2. To the articulation, we're going to want the slurs, and that's why we're fingering at that. So there's a little sound, they have it slurred, but I don't. I disconnect the first 2 notes in the left hand there on measure 20. Here. And then it's just ease, get the left hand up here, and then the hands are kind of playing leapfrog here. In measure 21 and so forth, 20 and 21. You're doing this. But it's very important to keep those 16th notes even rhythmically. Ba-da, 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 ba, because it's too easy to start getting that. No, they've got to be even throughout. Now at the end, the last 2 measures you're here. That is a D. It's different because all the others were E's. This last one is a D. Careful on that one. Now on these broken chords in the left hand, most of them are fine here, but if you look at like measure 3, if that's an octave, you cross over. That's okay. We do that sometimes with that. Try not to relax. Your thumb will come across, and you may have to turn a little bit, but don't turn a lot to get it. Just relax and come across. And you get that in a few places. That's all right. So let's put the hands together. Then I'll go back over it very slowly and work out any hesitations. And once the hesitations are gone, I add the articulation. For the most part, it's connected. Very connected until we get to measure 20. Here we want two-note slurs. Bump, 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 bump. So got a little bit of syncopation going on in here. So until you get to that. So just a little bit of syncopation in there. It makes more sense in the actual piece than it does in this arrangement, but it's because there's more to it than what's here. That's all right. Then the dynamics, and this is really a sweet little quiet piece, very soft. And you put in that swell, that's your target. Come down. Only go up to about soft and back down. It's very slight. You get to pick up to measure 17, and then you go up to here, and this is mostly the right hand. Then you get a diminuendo to get softer. And you slow down at the end. Well, speaking of slowing down, the speed. A little motion, poco molto. Think it just flow. Yeah, there's all kinds of recordings of this all over. And listen to several because they'll play it in different interpretations with different speeds and different pedaling and so forth. Because this is pedal. It's somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 3. You can play maybe a little faster at that, but it needs to be accurate. So find the hardest part. Maybe it measures 1920 in there. There, how fast can you play that accurately? That's going to be your poco molto for now. Now the pedal. First we'll try the way it's indicated, and then we'll adjust it when we need to. And in this piece, I like it pedaled a certain way, but you can do it the way your teacher tells you to do it, of course. We're not pedaling at the beginning. We don't want to slur this. Now here, right after I play the notes, put it down. I'm changing it with the harmony. And at measure 4, as I play that note, I lift up because I want this clean. Measure 6. Lift up, little silent. Now on measure 20, 21, 22 in there, if you want to hear the two-note slurs, you got to pedal with them because they're covering it all up. They're just covering all that up. I like to hear the two-note slurs. That's what I'm used to. So I pedal with the slurs here, starting at measure 19. So I'm not pedaling here until here. Here. Or just don't pedal any of it. You don't need it. It's kind of nice to have that clean. It's a contrast between having it all connected and this. Different interpretations. You do it the way your teacher is telling you to, but I will either pedal the slurs or it's easier, just don't pedal that part. Those measures 20, 21, and 22, 23 in there, just don't pedal. a habit of slowing down, putting in a retardando there around measures 21 and 22, because some editions do it and some don't. So as I'm doing, and then as I'm doing these, I tend to slow down. There's actually more of these than this arrangement has. So you got more time to slow. And then I do an all tempo when I get that. Out of habit, I tend to do that. You do it the way your teacher tells you to, or however you feel it. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the pedaling because you can see, you can do the pedaling. It's fairly straightforward in this piece, the way it's written. I'll give us 2 counts because we come in on beat 3. Remember, an 8th note gets a count. Ready, and go, and. And rest.